So the case that I chose to talk about is one that's close to heart because being in the Army, you're close to people in the military regardless if you're actually physically close to them. So I was asking my wife about what case I should do for the midterm, and she said, why not do the Eddie Ray Routh murder trial out of Texas? So that's the one that I chose to discuss. The state of Texas versus Eddie Ray Routh is case number CR14024 out of the Routh County District Court in Texas. Eddie Routh, who's a 27-year-old Marine, was charged with 2 counts of capital murder for the shooting deaths of Chris Kyle and Chad Littlefield. Little background on Eddie Routh. He was diagnosed with PTSD after being a Marine for 4 years, where he deployed once to Iraq in 2007 and 2008. In order to help him cope with his mental illness, Routh's mother called Chris Kyle and asked for his help, being that he was a decorated veteran and he was in the area. So Kyle decided to take him to the Rough Creek gun range on February 2nd, 2013 to, kind of hash things out. Chris Kyle took another friend with him, Chad Littlefield, and they were at the range for an undisclosed amount of time before Mr. Routh shot the 2 gentlemen in their backs. Following shooting them, he disgraced them even further by stealing their truck and driving around town for a while. He was later arrested and questioned, where he admitted to the 2 murders, and he actually went into a, delusional state and said he had to kill them for some, unbeknownst to me reason. At trial, Routh and his attorneys asserted a insanity, not guilty by means of insanity plea, which the state alleged is false and fully, saying that his Mr. Roth's mental state was brought on by drugs and alcohol. The jury had 3 options in the case: guilty, not guilty, and not guilty by means of insanity, which, according to the state, would have initiated proceedings to send him to a state mental hospital. Following the trial that lasted only 2 weeks, from the time of jury selection to the time of sentencing, it took the jury less than 3 hours to find Routh guilty of capital murder, at which time the judge immediately sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole. It's a big case that had a bunch of questions brought on because of the timing of the Hollywood picture American Sniper, which detailed Chris Kyle's life as American Navy SEAL sniper and his career. At the time that the jury was being selected and the trial was going on, the movie debuted, and of course critics came on to say that the jury would be biased and unfair. The defense presented a change of venue motion, which had been denied once and then denied a second time around. But overall, a huge case for the American people, because it shows that, one, PTSD is real if it is true in most cases, but it also shows that many veterans are facing life-altering illnesses that can change lives, and certainly change lives of people who have faced danger and made it out, but come home to where we aren't at war and not make it back from a gun range day. So ultimate case, good win for the state of Texas and for the American people to put behind bars a man that doesn't really deserve to be in society any longer. Thank you.